Airplanes are marvels of engineering, filled with hidden features you've likely walked past 100 times without a second thought. Some are just clever design tricks, while others are critical safety systems that could one day be a lifeline. Airlines don't typically point these out, so most passengers remain unaware of the incredible thought that goes into every detail of the aircraft. Today, we're pulling back the curtain. You'll learn why a tiny hole in your window is essential for your safety, and why a simple hook on the wing is a crucial part of an emergency escape. Here are 15 hidden airplane features you'll be glad you know on your next flight. Look closely at the center of a jet engine, and you'll often see a white spiral or swirl painted on the spinner cone. This isn't for decoration. It's a vital warning for the ground crew. When the engine is off, it's a simple pattern. But when it's running, that spiral blurs into a mesmerizing whir, providing a clear visual signal that the engine is active and dangerous. It tells ground staff to stay clear of the powerful suction zone. If you're sitting in an emergency exit row over the wing, you might notice small, sturdy hooks on the wing's surface. In the unlikely event of a water landing, these hooks become attachment points. Flight attendants will secure ropes from the door to these hooks, creating a handrail to guide passengers safely across a slippery wing to the inflatable slides or rafts. Have you ever wondered how flight attendants glide so effortlessly through the cabin during turbulence? They aren't just great at balancing. Look at the underside of the overhead bin ledge. There's a continuous groove running the length of the aisle. This is a hidden handrail, allowing them to maintain their stability without grabbing onto passenger seats or shoulders. We've all heard of the black box, the device that records flight data and cockpit audio. But despite its name, it's not black at all. It's painted a bright, fluorescent orange. The color is purely for visibility, making it much easier for search and rescue teams to locate among wreckage, especially in deep water or dense terrain. Those sitting in an aisle seat often feel a bit constrained by the fixed outer armrest. But there's a secret. Feel around on the underside of the armrest, near the hinge. You'll find a small, hidden button or latch. Pressing it allows the armrest to swing up, giving you extra room to get in and out of your seat with ease. It's a game changer for comfort. If the oxygen masks ever deploy, you might assume you're breathing from a large central oxygen tank. But that's not the case. Above your seat is a small device called a chemical oxygen generator. When you pull the mask towards you, it triggers a safe and controlled chemical reaction inside the canister, which produces about 15 to 20 minutes of breathable oxygen, just enough time for the pilots to bring the plane to a safe, lower altitude. Here is one everyone has seen. That tiny hole at the bottom of the airplane window. It's called a bleed hole, and it's a brilliant piece of safety engineering. Airplane windows are made of 3 panes. The bleed hole is in the middle pane, and its job is to regulate the immense pressure difference between the cabin and the outside air. It ensures the outer pane takes the most pressure, and it also prevents the windows from fogging up. Airplane lavatory doors can be locked from the inside, but what if there's an emergency? Flight attendants can, in fact, open the door from the outside. Hidden behind the lavatory, or a no smoking plaque on the door, is a small external latch. By lifting the plaque and sliding the latch, the crew can access the lavatory if a passenger becomes unresponsive or needs help. It might sound strange, but airplanes do have horns. You'll never hear it in the air, as it's not for honking at other planes. The horn is used on the ground by maintenance crews to communicate with the cockpit without having to use headsets. It emits a loud, distinct, buzzer-like sound to get the pilot's attention during pre-flight checks. On many commercial flights, there may be an armed federal air marshal on board, and they are trained to be completely invisible. They don't wear uniforms and blend in as regular passengers. They often sit in aisle seats to facilitate quick movement and will only identify themselves if a serious threat emerges. If you ever suspect someone is an air marshal, the safest course of action is to keep it to yourself. On newer long-haul aircraft like the Airbus A350 or Boeing 787, the cabin lighting is far more than just on or off. These planes use advanced LED systems that can cycle through millions of colors to mimic the natural patterns of sunrise and sunset. This helps gently adjust your body's internal clock to the new time zone, reducing the effects of jet lag. Some of the planes in the sky today have been flying for decades, meticulously maintained, of course. If you're curious about the age of your aircraft, look for its registration number, often painted on the tail or near the rear door. You can type that number into an online aircraft database, like airfleets.net, and find its entire history, including the year it was built. Airplane tires have to withstand incredible forces, hitting the runway at over 150 miles per hour. They are inflated to around 200 psi, about 6 times the pressure of a car tire. They are filled with nitrogen, which is less prone to expansion and contraction with temperature changes, and they are embedded with special conductive materials to prevent static electricity from building up. While most of us fly in passenger jets, the world of cargo aviation has some incredible secrets. The iconic Boeing 747 freighter, for instance, doesn't just have a side door. Its entire nose cone can swing open upwards, allowing massive and awkwardly shaped cargo, like machinery or even other small planes, to be loaded straight in. Finally, a feature that isn't here yet, but might be one day. Engineers have designed and patented concepts for a detachable passenger cabin. In a catastrophic emergency, the entire cabin module would separate from the wings and cockpit, deploying giant parachutes for a safe landing on land or water. While the weight and complexity have kept it from becoming a reality, it's a fascinating glimpse into the future of air safety. From a simple swirl on an engine to a complex lighting system that fights jet lag, airplanes are full of thoughtful details designed for our safety and comfort. Knowing about them doesn't just satisfy our curiosity, it deepens our appreciation for the incredible experience of flight. Which of these secrets surprised you the most? Let me know down in the comments. For more travel insights that help you fly smarter, be sure to subscribe to the Golden Jet Setter. Until next time, safe travels.